Welcome. We are here tonight, Indigo VIP Magazine, and we got the pleasure again of interviewing one of the dopest artists out here in North Florida. Yeah,
Yeah,
which
North Florida,
is
Gainesville, Florida. And my name's Sir Bostic.
Sir Bostic.
Yeah, I was about to say Andre Bostic because that's my actual name. I got my stage name from my normal name, but yeah, Sir Bostic.
Explain that.
So my name is Andre Bostic, and yeah, I just felt like it would be cool one day. I used to grow up in middle school, rapping with my friends, whatever, and I would just have different names, whatever. But back then, I was like Mr. Cool for middle school. That was like my whole name.
Mr. Cool from middle school.
Yeah. But now it's like
Holy shit.
it's just like Sir
Okay.
Bostic. I don't know. Like
Sir
one day
Bostic.
I had the name in my mind. I was like, I like it. So
Why
yeah.
why we always like the second name that people stick with? The first name is always okay, Mr. Cool
I
from
can't be
middle
Mr.
school.
Cool forever.
Mr. Cool shit. This LL Cool J, he didn't change his name. All right, so Sir Bostic, I like the name. You know what I'm saying?
Thank
So
you.
every time someone says your name, they say it with respect,
Yeah.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. How did you wind up rapping? What you said middle school was that's when you first started?
Actually, I started in elementary. If I got to be real,
Okay.
if I remember, it was like a history project or something like that. I had to give a performance on, I think it was either the U.S. or Canada, and I just like the way I did my project was I just compared and contrasted the two, and it was like inside of a rap basically. And I did it for my teacher. She was all like, "Oh my gosh, we need you to do this for the school." So I was like, "For the school, what you mean?" And long story short, in the mornings, what was the name of the school? Florence Elementary, I think it was. We had a whole bunch of people gather up in the gymnasium or whatever. It's just like the kindergartners, first graders, second graders, third graders. I think I was in third grade at the time, but K through 5, and everybody was in the gym. And then I don't know, one random morning. I mean, okay. To explain, they would give service talks. I mean, kind of like service talks. They would say like what's going on in the school, what to look out for. Everybody would walk to the classrooms afterwards. It's just like a meeting or whatever.
Mm.
But one random morning, I did the project for my teacher, and she was like, "We got to show the school." So everybody in the school was gathered up, and then they had this microphone. It was like, "Yeah, so we're going to break from our usual program, and we're just gonna have Andre Bostic come on stage and just do a song for us real quick." And I was like, I don't know, I was kind of nervous, but I felt the music. I love to write, and I thought about it because it wasn't just me writing it. I asked my brother, my mom, my dad, and they all came together, and it was like really inclusive
That's
for
cool,
me. So
man.
it was just an experience, and I thought about them as I was performing. It was really cool to actually see people's faces light up when I was there, because they were sitting crisscross applesauce, and I don't know, man, it was just cool.
So in
But
elementary school, you was Andre
I
Bostic,
was Andre Bostic,
and
yeah,
then in middle school, you was Mr. Cool from.
from middle school,
Yeah.
yeah.
I ain't never gonna forget that.
But yeah, so it was cool, man. Like I forgot what it was, but I was like, yeah, Canada and the US are like one of a kind, but they're only separated by a line. I wonder about the wonders, and the wonder it would be to see the falls as they are in TV. One of the wonders of this wonderful land. I watch me now is you check out my hand. And I remember everybody's like, check out my hand. What does that mean? I was like, the deuce, you didn't check it out. And it was just like, I don't know, people just gonna have opinions about lyrics no matter what. But that's when I started. It was in elementary, and it resonated in middle school, high school. It picked up, and then after college, for sure, I just want to embrace it the most because I do it because I love it now, and it's nice to make the beat, to mix and master, to write the lyrics. It's exhausting somewhat, but it feels so fulfilling, and it's fun to get out, to share it and do it. It's a wonderful feeling. I love
It's a
it.
wonderful feeling. I didn't figure out what you figured out in elementary school. I figured out in high school,
Oh dang.
and that's when you rap and you can put your lessons in a song, and you sing the song back to you, and that's you learning from what you was taught. So I figured that out in high school. I used to rap, and I used to rap my homework or whatever work that I had, and that
Hey,
was helped me pass. So I would tell people, um, educational music is very important. I think everybody should make at least one educational song.
yeah, that actually that brings back a memory, man. Like in high school, I forgot I did this. It never saw the light of day because I had this teacher and she thought I was gonna get on like and start like cussing up a storm. But
Mm.
I had a project on the '90s or whatever, and I don't know, like, it was very educational, or at least I felt, but I guess the way that I was presenting it to my teacher, she was all like, no, we can't do that. But okay, here's the breakdown. Everybody had a different generation to give a reports on, and you had to do something from that generation. Naturally, I'm like 90s hip hop, come on now, like I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
Some people had the 50s, other people had I think like 2010 or whatever, but yeah, we just had to report what was going on in that time period, and it was educational. I mean, like rap shouldn't just be. I mean, it could be whatever you want, really. But the thing that resonates with me is like I like to learn something. I like to I don't want to just hear something just to hear something. Like I know that there's music for that, but for me, what resonates with me and impacts me is stuff that I can learn from. Be like, wow, like insight or just another perspective, kind of sort of.
Who was one of your favorite rappers in elementary school?
Oh man,
Who did you listen to in elementary school?
I didn't actually listen to music. That's the crazy thing.
Oh, really?
Like, I don't know. I
You
didn't
just
really
started
listen.
rapping?
Yeah, I mean,
I believe. Look, that's what you say. So,
like I remember my brother. He was into music a lot, and it was this song. Like my dad had this Oldsmobile Delta '86, and he would just like get in it and listen to the song. I think it was like by Manny Fresh or something like that.
okay.
But I like the song. I think it was Manny Fresh or whatever. I don't know what song it was, but I played Midnight Club 3 Dub Edition. That game
I
made my
remember the
childhood.
club. Right,
And
right.
the theme song was Real Big. So I guess like Real Big was like that song for me. It's like house real big, belly real big,
Mhm.
car real big, everything real big. I mean, you know that song?
Yeah, I know the song.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is that song is not education.
Yeah, it's not. I just like the
Right.
beat though. To be honest,
Right.
like I was young, I was like, man, this beat goes hard. Like,
So imagine as being in elementary school and Manny Fresh or Hot Boys or uh, whatever their name was, Money, that whole group or whatever made at least one educational song.
mm,
If they would have made one, you were a fan of them. If they would have made that one song, you understand what you see where I'm getting at?
It could have like an impact to it, like deeper than
It would make an impact.
what imagine, like
It would definitely make an impact on the youth. If you could collaborate with one artist, who would it be?
If I could collaborate with one artist, who would it be? I'll say Chris Brown. I just like how he's like grinding. He's still doing his thing. Like he's the only one dancing, only one still. I mean, still dancing, still like.
Chris Brown could rap too.
Yeah, and he could rap. It's just like I don't know. I think Chris Brown, the style of what he does is awesome. Every time he reinvents himself, like before it was Loyal, now he got a song called Iffy, and he's like he sticks true to like him. So
Yeah, Chris Brown is a great artist.
He's amazing. I mean, like he's a father now. I don't know how many kids he got, but I know that he made an album about one daughter, and that's what kind of resonated with me one time. I listened to it. He named it Royalty, and he had a song called Royalty, and it just went in. It was just like it was incredible. I mean, I would love to work with an artist like Chris Brown. Well, not like Chris Brown. I would like to work with Chris Brown. So
You would like to work with Chris Brown.
Yeah.
All right, so let's make that happen.
on an album, not just like I'm talking about how he did with Tyga, how he did with Young Thug. I wanna do an album with Chris Brown. That'll be a dream. That'll be pretty cool.
After
too.
Chris Brown hear what you got, I think Chris Brown gonna definitely reach out to you.
Yeah, I hope.
He will. What status of an artist would you like to be on? The Chris Brown level of popularity, or someone else? Michael Jackson level, J. Cole level? I mean,
Honestly, I want to say Michael Jackson level, But at the same time,
so you want to be able to not come outside?
Well, no, that's the whole thing about it. Cause like I make music because I like to. I mean, yeah, I would like to get revenue from it where I could support myself, my family, like do impacts in the community to help people who need it. But you know, man, that would just I never really thought about this question. It's just like I like to make music. So to get out and perform it, that's my main thing. I'm not thinking like I want to be the next Michael, I want to be the next Chris Brown or next J. Cole.
So a lot of artists, I'm gonna use the word real, quote unquote. A lot of real artists, genuine artists, I'm gonna say, don't think about that. They don't think about what level of success they want to reach. You got money. You got people that do it for money, and they'll say, "I want to be a millionaire, and I want to make this, and I want to make that." So they make the music for the money. Someone who has a love for it is really not thinking on that level, but all of a sudden, overnight, you become that person. You're not prepared for it. This is where a lot of people fail. You understand? Yeah. All of a sudden, the Lord picks you, and you become the next Manny Fresh, Lil Wayne, a very successful rap artist.
Yeah.
You become that next artist that everybody is listening to. Your album is #1 2024, etc., etc., etc. Money comes with that.
It does.
With money comes responsibility.
I mean, it's not only even money. It's like a lot of different things happen. Like, it's just the vast perspective of what you're putting yourself out there to be perceived as can be interpreted from so many different angles. It's like if everybody's looking at a circle from a different point in the room, no matter how identical one person's perspective is to another's, there's always going to be something different to it. So no matter what, it's like, it's just going to be like, if I'm Michael Jackson level, then it's like the whole world has their angle of perspective to seeing me. And it's like, I really have to know who I am. Besides the money, that's going to be like the least of the issues right there. It's going to be psychological influence. It's going to be just what people have to say, because like, you know, people going to say stuff. That's
right.
Just how life
did
is.
Michael Jackson create Michael Jackson, or did the public create Michael Jackson?
Oh, I mean, honestly, I think Michael chose who he wanted to be, and he is who he is because of the path that he chose.
Right, afterwards.
Yeah, I mean, because like, you know, the environment's always going to have an influence over you, but you are the one to make choices for yourself. So it's like, you know, at the end of the day, what do I want? What do I want to do? How do I want to do it? And it's like, you know, people are going to think what they want to think, but at the end of the day, if you're doing it for your own...
All right, so the question, I mean, to cut you off, the question is a little bit, I'm going to make it a little bit more simpler. So you're doing what you want to do as an artist. You're doing what you want to do. I come to you right now with a $10 million contract.
Ooh.
Right?
Yeah.
So $10 million sound good right now. To me, you, and probably everybody in this room.
It would. It would.
There's no fine print to it. I'm giving you $10 million to do you. Now, do you continue to stay on the path that you're on? Or do you say, I got this money now, I got the popularity, I got all of that. I got backing.
I'm going to continue the path that I'm on. I'm going to pay off my bills, like the ones that like I have heavy debt in first. But money's kind of, it's supposed to be, I mean, I don't know, this opinion might be like subjective, but I think money's like a tool. You're supposed to use it to like do stuff, not just like, you know, if I have this money now that I know I got it, oh, I'm going to buy a Lamborghini Revuelto, or like spend it on a big house.
What would you buy? What was the first thing you would buy?
I'm not going to lie. The first thing I would buy probably would be a car.
What type of car?
Man.
You play video games, so I know you want something fast.
All my cars. I'm a car person, but it would be something simple though. It would probably be like a Toyota Celica. It's nothing fancy.
Stop it.
Okay, but I would soup it up though. I would make sure it has the cleanest rims. I would drop it down a little bit. I would tint the windows. but just like I don't know, like I would make it mine, not because it's
Understood.
like
Yeah.
I mean, okay, well, yeah, I would get a car. Be honest, if I had the money, I would get a car. But
Yeah.
I would want to help out my parents too, so I would like pay off their house and just like see what else I could do with it. And then with what I have, I want to like grow it or whatever. Because I don't know, I've been watching some like business stuff, and they're like, yeah, you can spend money, but it's better to like put that money into something and let that something making money, and that's the money that you use to fuel basically what you want. So like if I had 10 million and I'll put it into like a car business or whatever, and I get 5 million per year from that business, it's like that 5 million is my allowance now. I get to drive the car because like obviously it's my business, but then that 5 million just goes to whatever I allow, or like, you know, allowance of what it would go to. So
smart. If you're into cars, you go into a car business.
yeah. And the same with music, because if you have 10 million and you put that into like promoting a song, that's kind of like, I'm not seeing how that would like bring you money back, or at least like with my perspective of where I've gone so far in my life with it. It's like, yeah, you could push a song, but like 10 years from now, well, that song, like, you know, the money's going to run out. It's like, what are you going to do with that? I would rather like create a studio or create like I don't know, like a community type of thing to bring people together with that like last more so than just like being selfish with it. So it's like an investment. I wouldn't just like blow it just because I know I have it, but I'd probably like use it to amplify what it is I'm already like trying to do or something like that.
How old are you?
I'm gonna be 26 next month, but I'm 25 right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
I always hit people with a money question because money can be very evil.
It can.
You know, the energy that money carries is they say that money brings out the true you.
That's crazy. I mean, I don't know. People could say that, but I say that like I think people are already who they are though. Like, you know, if you look at somebody, people are going to show you who they are. Like
you live in a house I mean, to get too much into your business, but you live in a house, apartment.
I live in an apartment right now.
Okay, so with $10 million, will you stay in that apartment?
Dang, that's okay. Probably not. No,
probably not. Right. So you already changed. You already changed.
Change.
That's change.
Okay.
You already changed. You're going to move out of that apartment and what? Buy a house?
I probably would buy a house. Though.
That's a big change, bro.
That is a big change.
You just changed your whole life just now.
Yeah, I mean that is a big lifestyle change. I'm thinking like
money makes us change.
Well, it would be
not for the. It don't have to be for the worse, but it makes you change because you'll be a fool to stay in the same apartment or whatever. Especially if we live in a bad neighborhood.
Yeah.
If we live in a bad neighborhood, that would be foolish to stay there. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course. I mean, because it's not just you, it's people around you. So if people around you know that you got that, it's like you kind of do have to upgrade your status.
It's like winning the lottery.
Yeah. I mean, you got to upgrade your status, but you still got to be smart about how you maneuver. I just hope that, like, if I ran into a whole bunch of money, it wouldn't change how I do things. Like, you know, I wouldn't want it to be like, you know, like where I become like
you have a lot of friends
by it, you know?
You have a lot of friends? Or your circle's small?
I kind of have a small circle, to be honest.
That's good. Keep it that way.
Yeah.
Then not too many people gonna have their hand out. How would you label your music?
Oh, man, it's kind of crazy. I was thinking, because I make songs without a bass line and without a beat sometimes, and I don't even know what genre that would be. But then I make techno, I make hip hop. But if I had to categorize it all in one, I'd probably say like a R&B pop mix, kind of. So yeah. R&B pop mix
with a little bit of rap, hip-hop?
Yeah. I mean, I rap, I sing.
I didn't know
I
you sing
beats. I pretty much do it all. But
are you a good singer?
Nah, I've never took a music class in my life. I just do what I feel. Okay. To be honest, like, you know, I wish I had the time, but I'm not gonna lie. Real life, it kind of catch up with you. You get caught up in a routine. And
I got two good artists in the house right now that could probably give you some pointers.
Hey, I'm willing to take any type of help.
Okay, so if who do you sound like when you sing?
Oh, I don't know. Let me You know that I'd never see you no place. You're with me, never hold back, no wait. Yes, I do say, hey. I don't know.
I got a hint of a Chris Brown in there, right?
A little bit.
Frank Ocean.
Little Frank Ocean, Chris Brown. Yeah.
I like it. I like it.
I mean, I wasn't really using my diaphragm either, but
right.
Yeah.
Okay, you're not shy. I like that. You can. I'm sure you could blow. Okay. What do you got coming up? What's some of the name of some of your projects?
So,
what's your favorite song that you made?
My favorite song that I've made. It's a song that I've never released. I only perform it live. I kind of have exclusive tracks. It's songs that like I've done before, but I don't really like. They're special to me, so I choose like when I want to do them. But it's a song called Stars, and
what it's about?
It's about okay. So it's kind of a parallel between just infinity as we can perceive it and the different lights being like different patterns that are able to be reached or just seen or just like expand your mind just based off of like your environment, because well, I don't know if you know, but like a snake can't grow to its fullest length if it's in a like environment that's smaller than what it is. Like it needs like a big environment so it could like actually grow. It's like, some people are trapped based off of the people they're around, like mentally, that is. Some people are trapped because of like what their parents or friends around them tell them, or even what they think of themselves. But it's like stars, like what is the limit? Like they say shoot for the clouds. I think Kanye said like, aim for the stars. And if I fall, I land on the clouds. And that bar just like, I love it. But anyway, stars, it's like, I put stars inside of my first car in the ceiling. Like it was, I'm not gonna lie, it was a dirty car. I took the ceiling out. It was a headliner. I cleaned it. I spray painted it black, and then like it was before people was like doing it with the Rolls Royce and everything. But I looked into it, and I bought some fiber optic strands, and they basically take light and transfer it through this tube to disperse in a different area. Right. And I placed them like inside the ceiling. And I was like making a song at the time too, and it's like I didn't know what to like write the song about at the time, but it was just like like it was just stars. Like I'm like creating something. I'm in the midst of this atmosphere I'm creating for myself, and it's like, where's my limitation? Is it in a ceiling? Is it like in reality? Like who determines that? What is my future? Like I'm the one who's in control of my future.
There's no limit.
Yeah, there's no limit. And it's like only if you choose to like know that, believe that, and understand that, you can like operate like that. So it's like, because people, like if you do something perfect, somebody's going to be like, maybe because of their own personal feelings, they might just try to like ruin your parade or whatever. And it's like, that's really not the case, because, like you can do anything if you believe that. I mean, I believe that you can do anything. So.
You're going to buy a house with a 4-car garage.
I mean, well,
you're going to have a Toyota Celica that you're going to fix up, and you're going to have a Maybach. Right? You heard what he said. You're going to have 4 cars. You're going to have a fly car. He's going to have another car. Yeah, I see it. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
I mean, I really love cars, so I mean, that's my thing. It's cars and music.
Yeah, you need space to put them cars. Yeah. You're going to have a car, and you're going to have a studio in the house.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I used to record inside of my car. I mean, for me, it's like cars are like my habitat. It's just like more than just the engineering. But when I was like young, I saw a car that was like really fascinating, and I couldn't quite describe it to one of my friends. And it's like I tried to draw it, but I can't like draw it either. So like I can draw cars now, but like just thinking about it, it's like somebody took that from their mind and brought it into reality. And it's like I'm sitting, well, like, like when I'm driving, I'm sitting inside of something that somebody done brought into reality already. Mm-hmm. So it's like, dang, like that's already inspiring in itself. But other people just like, oh, I'm trying to get from point A to point B or whatever. But then it's like, I learn about people who tune their cars, and it's like they see potential in something, and it has a different driving dynamic or feel than what's offered or whatever. Mm-hmm. And they could like tweak it their own way. It's like their own build, their own car, based off of something that already exists. But then it's people who actually make their own cars, and then what I call like established companies like Porsche, Lamborghini, or Bugatti, they make these marvels of engineering that just impress, but I mean, it's incredible. Like Porsche makes their engines in a like most car companies do a V shape for their engine. Porsche makes it in a flat like block where the cylinders fire sideways. There's no need to do that, but like they do it, and
Just
I guess it
because.
like lowers the center of gravity or whatever. But Bugatti, they handle like a Lotus. I never driven one, but from what I heard, it's like just incredible to think about. And a Lotus is like it has a Toyota Celica engine, a Toyota Camry engine actually. They're kind of like the same thing, but it's a really slow car. It's not meant to be fast, but it's about the handling, and that goes into the Miata. I'm being a nerd over here, but I'm just saying like every car is like it's fascinating to me, and like when I'm in it, it's like I'm experiencing a different reality of what somebody done put together for my enjoyment. And on top of that, I do have a stereo, so I can like play my music, and it's like inspiring. Also,
Have you ever made any songs about cars? Or using cars as a metaphor?
I actually do have a new song in the works about a car. It's a car that's dropping. I mean, I mentioned it earlier, but the Lamborghini Revuelto, that car is replacing the Aventador. It's a V12. In the modern day, they're like trying to lose V12s, I guess, because they're inefficient, like or something like that. But it's heritage for Lamborghini, and they still keep it alive, and I love that. But it's like half electric, whatever. So this song is about a Revuelto. I never bought a Lamborghini. I don't have Lamborghini money.
Not yet.
Not yet. But the song is
You'll
about
be the first
a dream.
to buy.
It's about like going into a car dealership and buying that Lamborghini.
Okay.
So, I mean, okay, it goes like, I walked into the dealership, eyes wide and bright. I peeped the Lamborghini, it was love at first sight. I took it for a spin and I knew then and there, this a graph for me, I had to have it, so I paired. Bluetooth, I signed the papers and drove out the parking lot. I felt like a king, yeah, this car was hot. People stopped and stopped and stared at stoplights, even spit out their drinks and pop pies. Why so dramatic? I'm so climatic. Cruising automatic, I have luxury needs. Man, I drove it to my concert and the crowd went wild. A performance superstar, yeah, I'm fire, yeah, I'm proud. I work hard for the moment and I won't let it die. Now I'm all in the moment. So I two-step in, I slide, and I'm all for the flow. And so I'm rapping and I fly. So let's party all night long. We won't stop until the sun comes up. Leave your worries at the door, 'cause here I am and more for you, ayy. So, yeah. That's what I got. But worries at the door, because the doors go up. Like,
This is a very educational interview. I'm learning about cars. Yeah.
Well, I really like cars though, but yeah, it's a dream. I never bought a Lambo, but it's like, if I could though, what would I write it about?
When you could.
When I buy it, yeah. When.
All right.
Because man,
on that note, we're gonna close this out, man. Like it's a pleasure talking to you. I can't wait to see the performance, and I want people to follow you. Tell them where you can follow you at.
At Sir _Bostic_ on Instagram.
Spell that for them.
SIR _BOSTIC _.
Okay. And any where can they find some of your music? Do you got anything online or anything at the present time?
Started on SoundCloud, but like I don't know. I just transferred to I don't know. I put it on DistroKid, and that gets it out to Spotify, gets it out to YouTube. That's where I post like my personal videos. So like that's where most of the content that I make will be from. So, excuse me, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music. I'm on all the platforms. So yeah, check me out, please. I'd appreciate it.
Well, last question. You play video games, yeah?
Yes.
You play mostly car video games, or you do?
It's kind of like a mix. I suck at 2K. I wish I could be better. All my friends beat me in it, but I like Mortal Kombat versus like DC Universe the most. I like old school games.
If you was a Mortal Kombat character, which one would you be?
I like playing with the Joker, but I would probably say Captain Marvel. Yeah, I just like the maneuverability of him. He could like teleport like from one side to another, throw a lightning bolt, just hit you unexpected, basically. Okay. The Joker got like always a trick up his sleeve, but it's like he the Joker, come on. And then Superman he always slow. Like I don't get it. Like the punches they don't keep up with me. I mean, Captain Marvel. That's who I'd say.
You can tell a lot about a person from their superpowers. I got you. Hey. All right, Sir Bostic. Thank you, bro.
Hey, thank you.
It was a pleasure. Indigo VIP Magazine. We out. Peace.